Hello, filmmakers! This is Malachi May-Rimpin of This is Malachi May-Rimpin of Keen Bean Studio, and this is an unboxing of the various parts of the B-movie expansion to roll camera, the Kickstarter. So this is everything that was available except for the base game. I'm not doing an unboxing of the base game, even though there were a few minor things that we updated from the first printing. I just want to focus on the expansion and the extra add-on content today. So here we have the expansion itself in the regular box. Here we have the expansion in the recyclable box if you opted for that version. And then we have the wooden tokens and the metal dice. So I'll get to those later. First, I want to just do the regular old expansion. So this is the expansion box. It's super hefty. It's quite thick as well, which is great. It's, well, I mean, it should be. There's a ton of content in here. There's the back side, the sides. Isn't that cute? And yes, B-movies. So let's open her up. The first thing you'll notice is the rulebook. This doesn't work yet. I'm going to work on that the week after next. So at the moment, this will just take you to a placeholder page, but the how to play video will be recorded soon. This is in the expansion rulebook is the same sort of linen paper as the base game rulebook. Here's it's how to play. It's in the same style as the base game rulebook, but obviously much shorter. And quick reference, whatever you might need. That's the rules. This is a sticker sheet, which is for those people who didn't want to use these tiles. So these tiles come in the punch board, and you can just add the new action spaces onto the main board. Or if you prefer to actually like permanently alter your main board, you can use these stickers and add both these tiles and this triple script area, which there isn't a tile for that, a matching tile. We didn't have the space for that, but you don't really need it. You can just, the scripts will cover up the area on the board anyway. But if you really want to have the triple script area, you can do it here. And this is just to show you kind of where it would be put. So it's the stickers, nice and opaque as well. Here are the punch boards. There are two of them for the genre tokens that will have an impact on the gameplay. And each comes with one of these new action spaces for the genre mechanic. I've got 6 of each of these genre tokens. Sorry about the shadow. Yep, sci-fi, fantasy, western, horror, crime. Good stuff here. Yep. Everything that comes with the B-movie expansion except these tokens, all the cards and all the tiles and all the other pieces have this little B symbol in the corner to help you separate that out. B for B-movie. This is this is great. This is what I call the useless fun props and costumes. If you remember, this was unlocked during the Kickstarter campaign, and basically it's a bunch of tokens that you can use in your scenes that don't have any actual gameplay value, but they do have fun value, I'll tell you that. Everything you need to make your movies incredible. All right, and then we have the new player boards, which are all the same size and quality, and the UV filter as the base game versions. There's that, the sound, we got the production assistant, we've got the VFX supervisor here, composer, electronic and traditional, the makeup artist, and obviously these powers are explained on the player aid cards, just like in the base game. Stunt coordinator. This one. That drawing makes me laugh. All right, and here are all the cards, an insane amount. of scene cards. This is all new scene cards, and there's so many that this also has some new scene cards in it. So let's have a look through. Of course, I just cut my nails yesterday. So I can manage it. Yes, we have absolutely insane amount of scene cards. It's just, I mean, it's like, it's really, really wild. I'm not gonna spoil all of them. It's part of the fun is gonna be stumbling across these in your games, because you just shuffle in 25 of them at random. Some of these new ones have like the double color. So this scene, for example, is both sentimental and violent, as you can see. Proud dad of a little punk. And then, of course, many of them also have, not all of them, but many of them have the genre icons. This one's crime. I'll tell you, it was really tricky for these ones to be like, okay, well, especially the ones that are double. Are there any that are double? I don't think so. I think I drew the line there. But basically, any of these scene cards that are like, you know, try to think of a scene that is a sentimental, violent crime scene. I think I did a pretty good job there, but it's not easy, I gotta tell you, with some of these double color ones. But then, of course, there's just the usual usual colors as well. So there's 75 of those total. Should be absolutely more than enough for every possible kind of movie you could ever want to make into infinity. And let's see these guys. All right, more scene cards. Just 3 more, I guess. That's 75 in total here. 75. And then here we'll start with the player aid. So just like the base game, the back side of the player aid shows you the basic board actions, exactly the same, and then the front side will show you what your specific, so for the production assistant, what your actions do. Sound, stunts, composer, makeup artist, VFX supervisor, and then these are the new equipment cards, which are great. They give you a new action space. Well, they give you 3 at the beginning of the game, and then they're only one-time use. So you can like think strategically, but they're open, so you can think strategically about how you're going to do them. Some of these have been my favorite to draw. Shotgun microphone, I mean, come on. All right, those are equipment. Backside, yeah, equipment just looks like a little gear, bit of gear, chest. New idea cards, mostly having to do with, many having to do with genre, not all. Some of them are, have some more, sort of unrelated to genre effects, or equipment, obviously, which is the other new component. A bunch of those, 16, I think, idea cards. New problem cards, also interacting with the other new components of the game. Lots of those as well. And then new production companies, which it's fun to do these logos, I'll tell you. And these obviously have different, just like the base game, have different challenges that you can try to attempt that have to do with, many of them, not all, again, have to do with the new mechanics and components. And finally, we have 30 new script cards. We have the some new bottom half script cards that will you could just integrate this right into the base game. These don't have any like special effects. Those are bottom half. Then we have the middle half, quote unquote, It's not really a better middle third, I guess, but it's weird because a lot of the components from the base game refer to script halves. So we just, in the rulebook, it'll say like the third, this middle part is also considered a half for the purposes of that, it's just a script part. So these are 20 middle script cards that all of them specifically refer to the genre tokens, and unlike the top and bottom scripts, these are a win requirement. You have to fulfill the genre requirements. You're gonna invest the money in marketing anyway, you might as well do it. And these are the top half script cards. And now there is a new part to the top half script card, new mechanic, well, slightly a new sort of requirement, which is exactly. So these top half expansion script cards require that you have exactly, no more, no less, of this number of scene colors. Pretty stupid, enchanted, bad vibes. What a great movie. And this is the insert. And there you go, it's all the cards. And there's enough room, these will all fit, so all this stuff, believe it or not, will fit into the film tray of the base game. Sleeved, if you sleeve your cards, you're gonna want to make use of this space additionally, because there's just no way that, you know, some like 300 cards are gonna fit into sleeves in the base tray. But I made this extra thick during production. I gave it some extra height just to make sure there was enough space for those of you who sleeve your cards. It's enough space between this box and the base game tray to hold all your cards. So that's the standard box expansion, if that's what you got. I just want to really quickly show all the same inner content is in this recyclable box version, if that's the one that you opted for. If you don't sleeve your cards and you plan to put all your content from the expansion right into the base game tray. I just wanted to show you this with the wrapping on, so you can know what to expect, because basically there's a sheet on top of here, which when you turn it over, tells you how to put all the base game stuff into the tray. And I can post this on BGG if anyone wants to, because it doesn't come with this version. So if anyone who wants to see this, who got this version, I'll post this image up on BGG so you can have a look. It's pretty straightforward though. That's this, and then this is just this box with all the same expansion content. Got your cards and your boards and your tokens. There you go, jam-packed. That's that. And then there are the two add-ons, the wooden tokens and the metal dice. Now the metal dice are not actually, if you had the metal dice from the first expansion, or from the first campaign, they're exactly the same. They're the same. Wow, they're heavy. Oh, they're amazing. They're so chunky. Listen to that. Oh, these are great. These are the same dice. I just wanted to show you because I designed same dice from the first campaign, hasn't been a change, but I just made this cool little box, so I wanted to show it off. This cool little tuck box. That's the metal dice. If you get metal dice from me in the future, they'll always come in this little box. And then the wooden tokens, these are for the expansion to replace the genre tokens that are the cardboard ones. Similar little design here. And this just has the double-sided multicolor screen prints that I went all out on these, because I mean they're awesome. Come on, cowboy hat, spooky bat for your horror films. And yes, even though these are mirror flipped on the backside, the dollar sign I had to flip because obviously initially printed backwards S. and fantasy wizard hat. Yeah, these are great. All right, that's all the material I have to show you today. And thanks for watching.